Good day, everyone. Here's my topic today: the Philippines environmental laws. So, the RA 9003 Ecological Solid Waste Management. So next is the RA 9003, an act providing for an ecological solid waste management program, creating the necessary institutional and mechanism and incentives, declaring certain acts prohibited and providing penalties, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. An ecological solid waste management program focused on protecting health, conserving resources, and reducing waste through eco-friendly methods like recycling and composting. The National Solid Waste Management Commissions consist of 14 government members and 3 private sector members. It includes key agencies like DENR, DOH, DILG, DOST, DPWH, DA, DTI, MMDA, and local government representatives. The National Solid Waste Management Commission is responsible for preparing the National Solid Waste Management Framework, next approving and monitoring local waste management plans, next is the coordinating local waste management boards, and the last is the assisting LGOs in recycling, composting, and reuse programs to reduce waste. The penal provisions outline prohibited acts such as littering, open burning, unsorted waste collections, squatting in dumps, and illegal dumping. Penalties range from fines 300 to 3,000 pesos to imprisonment 15 days to 6 months depending on the violations. And the next topic is the RA 9275 Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. So the RA 9275, it was titled an act providing for a comprehensive water quality management and for other purposes. Next, it was signed by former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on March 22, 2004. This law was signed to pursue a policy of economic growth in a manner consistent with the protections, preservation, and revival of the quality of the fresh, brackish, and marine waters. Next is the objectives. The law aims to protect the country's water bodies from pollution from land-based sources, industries and commercial establishments, agriculture, and community or household activities. It provides for comprehensive and integrated strategy to prevent and minimize pollution through a multi-sectoral and participatory approach involving all the stakeholders. The key definitions describe various beneficial uses of water, including domestic, municipal, irrigation, power generation, fisheries, livestock raising, industrial, and recreational purposes. Penal provisions. The penal provisions outline prohibited acts such as discharging pollutants into water bodies, polluting groundwater, and unauthorized waste disposal. Violators face fines ranging from 10,000 to 200,000 per day, increasing by 10% every 2 years. And the next topic is all about RA 8749 Philippine Clean Air Act. The Declaration of Principles emphasizes the right to a balanced and healthy environment, the state's role in sustainable development and local government responsibility in addressing environmental issues. It upholds the polluters must pay principle and highlights that a clean environment is everyone's concerns. The Declaration of Policies focuses on air pollution management through government coordinations, public operations, and market-based solutions. It emphasizes pollution prevention, over control, public education, and accountability for environmental impacts. The next is the recognition of rights. First is the right to breathe clean air. Next, the right to utilize and enjoy all natural resources according to the principle of sustainable development. Next, the right to participate in the formulations, planning, implementation, and monitoring of environmental policies and programs, and in the decision-making process. Next is the right to participate in the decision-making process concerning development policies, plans, and programs, projects, or activities that may have adverse impact on the environment and public health. The last, the right to be informed of the nature and extent of the potential hazard of any activity. The institutional mechanism involves upgrading the EMB, collaborating with various agencies and organizations, and assigning LGUs to manage air quality within their areas. Fines and penalties. First is the stationary sources. Fines up to 100,000 per day until compliance. Motor vehicles. Fines range from 2,000 to 6,000 with a 1-year registration suspensions for repeated violations. Next is the other violations. Fines from 10,000 to 100,000 or 6 months to 6 years imprisonment. And the last is the gross violations. May lead to criminal charges recommended by authorities. And the next topic is all about RA 6969, Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act. RA 6969 is a law that regulates toxic substances, hazardous, and nuclear waste, imposing penalties for violations. It covers importations, manufacture, processing, handling, storage, transport, sale, use, and disposal of unregulated chemicals in the Philippines, including hazardous and nuclear waste storage and disposal. And the objectives allow regulated toxic, hazardous, and nuclear waste to protect health and the environment. It covers the importations, manufacture, handling, storage, transport, sale, and disposal of hazardous substances. It also mandates monitoring, regulations, and public awareness to minimize risk. The next is the key definitions. RA 6969 regulates toxic, hazardous, and nuclear waste in the Philippines. It controls their importations, productions, handling, transport, and disposal to protect health and the environment. It also enforces penalties for violations. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or DENR, is responsible for implementing RA 6969. Its tasks include maintaining an inventory of chemicals, testing substances that may pose risk, and regulating hazardous materials to protect health and the environment. The Interagency Technical Advisory Council under the DENR consists of officials from various government departments and a health and safety NGO representative. It advises on hazardous substances management. The penal provisions outline prohibited acts such as illegal chemical use, failure to report or comply with regulations, and facilitating hazardous imports. Penalties range from 6 months to 20 years of imprisonment, fines, and mandatory return of illegally imported hazardous waste. Thank you and God bless.